Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. We are going to go ahead and get started here. I want to pull up the chat because I want to go ahead and drop uh, some resources for everyone in the chat. And so today we're going to be talking about Canva. My name is Josh Voiles, and I'm really excited because I love Canva. It's one of my favorites. But before we get into it, we're going to go through just a couple of commercials really fast. Um, Okay, so first off, I want to introduce ourselves. We are your technology integration team. Like I said, my name is Josh Voiles, and I'm joined today by my supervisor, Miss Isabel Espinoza. If you can see her waving right there, and we have our new team member, which today is her first Tech Tuesday, Miss Sherry Harris, and she's waving right there as well. And of course, we want to welcome everyone else. So thank you if you're joining us live right now, or if you're watching later. We just want to welcome you. We want to thank you for being here. Okay, real quick. What else? Okay, we want to make you aware, just in case you weren't. We want you to visit our website because we're going to be posting a lot of really great stuff on there. We've got some great stuff on Go Guardian, Nearpod, CleverTouch, um, midlandisd.net/itech. Um, Give that a favorite, and because we will be updating that as we go along. Another thing, just in case you're not aware, is our tech newsletter. We want you to subscribe. Please, please subscribe. There's a lot of really great information in there. We want you to receive the latest monthly technology tips and tricks. We keep that relevant. Anything that's new or cutting edge, we try to, and we really want that to be filtered specifically for Midland school teachers, Midland ISD school teachers. Like, for instance, we had a lot of great stuff on AI in the newsletter all this year. So definitely check that out, midlandisd.net/tech newsletter. There's a place where you can subscribe on there, and there's also an archive of all of the past newsletters in case you missed out on any of those. Okay, and just as a reminder, we do have our two virtual PD sessions called Tech Tuesday every Tuesday. You can, if you miss the first session, you can join on the second one because usually we'll just repeat that same content. So 3:30 and 4:15. Also, you can visit our calendar at midlandisd.net/Tech Tuesday, where you can see upcoming sessions and you can actually add that to your calendar as well, because this is a Google Calendar that we have posted on there. Also, we have a video archive on there as well. And we're covering all of the stuff that we support as a district: Google, CleverTouch, Go Guardian, Nearpod, Discovery Education, and a lot of times we'll have even special guests to come join us as well. So give that a favorite as well. Okay, and so now we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm really excited because Canva is one of my favorite apps to use. So what is Canva? Well, Canva is a free to use online graphic design tool. And as a Midland ISD employee, you all have access to that. You can use it to create presentations, posters, videos, logos, social media posts, and more. And what's really cool about it is, as a teacher, you can really make use of Canva. I was a graphic design teacher for 3 or 4 years. And I remembered at the beginning, I was kind of a Photoshop snob, but I realized how powerful Canva was. And it really just kind of took over. And you can really create top notch designs. And everything that you saw on all of this previous slides we just went through for all of our commercials, I created all of that. We created that with Canva, and you can too. It's really easy to use. I love Canva because, unlike Photoshop, you can actually design with Canva on a phone. It makes it really, really easy to design on the fly. So I've never really seen a design tool that is as powerful as Canva. So that's why we want to teach you about it. And so basically, I'm just going to go through a couple of things we're going to touch on, and then I'm going to leave the presentation, and then I'm going to kind of show you on my Canva. So just be sure that you don't leave Tech Tuesday, but I do encourage you to open up a new browser tab, and just follow along with me, because the best way to learn is to do it yourself, right? So I want to show you guys some of the home basics, how to open up a new design, okay? And I want to show you some of our education templates, because thousands and thousands of templates. And what's so cool about Canva is every template you see in Canva is completely and totally 100% customizable. You can change the color, the style, the fonts. You can move text around. Okay. Now, I just mentioned earlier that we had done a Tech Tuesday in the past. I encourage you, please, please go to that Tech Tuesday. It's on the iTech website, midlandisd.net/iTech. You want to navigate to the tab that says Tech Tuesday. It's the same resource that I posted into the, I believe I posted those in the chat, right? Okay, so I posted those in there. You follow that link, excuse me, and on that page, you will see the archive of all of our past Tech Tuesday videos that we have uploaded. There is one on Canva. And on that Tech Tuesday specifically, I go into a lot of the design basics. Um, but we probably won't have time for that today because, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble with my throat today. I think I'm trying to cough or something. Um, hopefully, I'm not getting sick. Um, but anyways, as I was saying, is on that past Tech Tuesday, we've got there's a lot of let me see, is it a Tech Tuesday record? Yes, it should say Tech Tuesday recording. I believe Adrienne was asking. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And so in there, you want to go in there so that you can learn some of those basics, because on that video is where I go into a lot of, how to change the color, how to change the font, blah blah blah. Okay. On this, we'll try to touch on it really fast, but we may not have time. So just so you know, that's available for you as well. So you get kind of like a two-part today. All right. But there are a lot of really great templates. Just get in there and look around for yourself. Um, on that other Tech Tuesday, like I said, I'll go into more on the adding the fonts and the background colors, all of that stuff that you're seeing right now. That's going to be more on that other Tech Tuesday. Okay. If we have time, I'll show you a little bit about saving and publishing. You can save pretty much any design as any format that you need. So we'll look at that a little bit. And then if we have time, I want to go into a lot of the apps that Canva has. These are some new stuff. They're incorporating a lot of really cool stuff with artificial intelligence. So that's really cool as well. There's some apps in there. You can put YouTube into your design. There's a QR code generator, so we might look at some of that hopefully. Magic Studio, that's hopefully something we'll look at as well. This is brand new. I think it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks since they've come out with Magic Studio, and there's a lot of really cool features in the Magic Studio now as well, especially for teachers. And then hopefully at the very end, if I have a chance, I'll go into Canva for education. I'm going to leave this up for just a couple of seconds. I'm going to go ahead and switch um, my presentation. But if you want this presentation, you can scan this QR code or take a screenshot of it. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Canva now. And if you want to, you can open up a new browser tab. And let me know if you can see that. I think everyone can see that there. Okay. All right, so this is, if you're brand new to Canva, this is what it will look like. You can get to it also through your Classlink. All right, and so you want to make sure that you're signed in to your Gmail, your district Gmail account. You can open it through a personal account if you wanted to, but like I said, it's available through the district, so you want to take advantage of that. So you want to sign in on Google first. Then when you go to Canva, whether it's through ClassLink or just online on a browser, you want to choose continue with Google. So don't create a new account, just choose the Google button and that should sign you in. And you probably can't see it, but I'm choosing my joshua.voiles@midlandisd.net. And that's going to open up my Canva. All right. And I think I lost the presentation for some reason here. Here we go. It just does that whenever you sign in. Okay, hopefully you can see my homepage. All right, so the homepage, once again, a lot of this is in that other Tech Tuesday, so check that out as well. But on your homepage, I know it can look a little overwhelming, but basically there's just a lot of ways to get to the same thing. You've got the banner here at the top. You've got for you, docs, whiteboards, presentations, social media, videos, print products, all of that stuff. And guys, you can even create websites. Now, there are very basic one page kind of scroll through websites, but you can create websites and buy uh, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a URL, but it's I guess it's like a host, right? You can go through Canva to host that, or you can buy the domain. That's the word I was trying to think of. You can actually buy or use your own custom domain through Canva as well. You can create presentations, right? So for teachers, this is fantastic, right? So if I just click on presentations, right, you can scroll through it. You can see there's tons and tons of millions and billions of templates, right? And like I said, you can change anything about these templates that you want. Another really cool part about it is that on the presentations, especially as a teacher, you can choose present and present to your class right from your Canva, similar to a Google Slides. So that's really cool. All right, but most of this is just a way to get to the same thing. And for some reason, my my page is frozen here for some reason. Okay, I think that's working. Okay, so you can use those categories to search for different templates, or you can just use the search window at the top. Also here over on the side, we've got templates. There's an area for templates if you want to kind of scroll through and look through all of the different. This is a kind of a more granular breakdown of the templates that they have. There's business, social media, education, video, marketing, print products. So anything from social media, like the new stuff, you'll find templates in here that are more like square, right? Because they're made for social media. They're made for Instagram, or you can find the more traditional stuff like print products, things like business cards, um, documents like 8.5 by 11, that kind of thing. You'll find all of those in there as well. But what I want to draw your attention to is in here, if we go back to templates, there is education templates. So you can search by grade or subject, right? Let's say we want to look for, like, say, science. Okay. A lot of really cool stuff for science. Now, when you choose a category like that, realize that the different types of sizes of templates are going to be all mixed together. So we're searching for science. So now we're getting everything that's science, but we could have, a poster size. We might have an infographic. We might have an Instagram size, where it's more square. A lot of them are going to be presentation where they're more landscape. And so all of them are mixed together now, but just look at how many there are. So there's billions of templates in here. They're all fully customizable. And so I just want you to know about that. Okay. What's really cool is, let's say we choose a template, right? And we're going to go, let's just say, let's say we're looking for a poster here. This poster is pretty cool. So let's say we want to use this template. If I click on this purple customize this template button, what that does is opens up in a new tab. And this is the designer window. And you're in the designer window when you see this dark, kind of dark black grayish menu on the side. And of course, we have our main composition right in front of us. And so this is where you would design. Now, like I said, I can't go through all of it today, so go back and check out that other Tech Tuesday that we have posted on the website. But you've got all of these different options, like elements, right? You can search for different elements, right? Or there's text. There's a lot of really cool pre-made texts in here. You can also upload your own fonts or make the text look however you want it to look. Um, I don't use all of these all of the time. I do use this one here. There's this uploads tab, okay? And this is basically where you can upload stuff from your computer. So if you find cool stuff on Google and it's on your computer, but you want to bring it into Canva, you can do that. You can also drag and drop stuff actually right into this window as well. And then over here, you see at the very bottom where it says apps. This is where you would go to look through all of those really cool apps that I was telling you guys about. So hopefully we'll have a chance here in just a second. But what I was going to show you is, let's go back to the home page. I'm going to share that tab now. Whoops. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can you guys see the home page? Okay, great. So what I was going to show you is, when you click that purple button, what it does is it automatically saves that template on your recent designs. Another part it will save it in is, you see this place that says projects, this is your project folder. If we click on that, it saved it in there already. So when you click that button, you're basically telling Canva, hey, this is something I'm working on. I want you to save it. So that's what that is doing. And you can always get back to your design. You never have to worry about having to save. Even if your computer crashes and you lose the browser, it's going to be saved in there. So it's everything that you click on or you work on is going to be in that project folder. So I just want you to be aware of that's basically the gist of the homepage. You've got projects, you've got the templates that you can look through, and the search bar at the top. There's also this button at the very top, this purple create a design. So instead of using a template, what you could do is come down here to custom size, and that is going to allow me to choose pixels or inches or centimeters or whatever unit I want to create for a custom brand new blank custom page. And I can choose the width and the height. So similar to Photoshop, if you ever used it, you can create your canvas from the beginning, just a completely blank canvas if you wanted to do that and start a design custom made on your own first. Okay, now what I want to do is show you guys I want to get into some of the stuff that I was telling you about. So that's kind of the home page. I've showed you some of the education stuff. Okay, now let's just say I had already found this really cool template, this kind of lime green. Uh, I guess it's like
Hey Josh, you have about 15 minutes.
perfect. Thank you so much. I guess it's more made for like Instagram because it is like a square, but I just thought it looked kind of neat because it said school. And you can see here, there's all these different elements. Like I said, you can move them around. You can basically change anything. All of this stuff is customizable. You can put whatever you wanted to into the text. But I like the way it said school. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys some of the cool apps. Some of this stuff is new. And so if we go down here at the bottom and just click on apps, there's this really cool one. It used to be called text to image, but now they recently changed it. It's called Magic Media. So you're going to click on Magic Media. Okay, all of this is in that apps button right there. Okay, so just in case they didn't want anyone to get lost. Okay, actually, I'm sorry. I was going to show you something else. I wanted to show you the translate. So let's go back to apps, and there's this search at the top. I'm just going to type in translate. Okay, because there's so many apps in there, sometimes you have to search for it. So I'm going to click translate. Let's choose Spanish just as an example because we do have a lot of Spanish speakers here in our area. And we can choose translate pages or translate the text from the current page. I'm just going to leave that on translate page, and we can choose all the pages or just one of the page. I'm just going to do this one page. And then I'm going to whoops, it didn't pick up my language for some reason. Let's do Spanish. Okay, now I can click the purple translate button at the bottom, and you can see what this is doing using AI in the background to translate the page. So you can see here now we've got a page that is in English and in Spanish. And that's what I really like about it is that it doesn't override the current design. It'll actually make a new design. And what's cool about it is you can add as many designs as you want. You can click this little plus add page and it'll add a blank page, right? And so that's how you can do that. So whenever you translate, that's what it's going to do. It's going to make a whole new design so you don't lose your original. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, the next one I was going to show you was the text to image. Okay, so now that I've got this blank page, I'm going to go back to my apps right here, the little apps button. Let's close out of the search and let's just scroll through. This was the one I was telling you about a while ago, Magic Media. Okay. Now, what I can do is this kind of acts like Chat GPT, and you've seen a lot of these new AI websites where you can type it in and it'll generate the image for you. Okay. And this is really cool because in the past, you would have had to spend 5 years learning Photoshop to make it look exactly the way you want it to. But what's so cool about this tool inside of Canva is now, you can create custom imagery for whatever it is that you are needing, right? Um, and it's great because this is a very visual generation, a very visual culture that we live in. So, for instance, this is the example I gave on the last Tech Tuesday. Let's say you are a teacher and you're making something for a prom. right? You've been tasked to create the invitations for prom. So let's say like Midland High School, their mascot is the bulldog. So let's say we want to use a school mascot. So we can just type in bulldog holding, and you have to be really specific. The more specific you are with the prompt, the better. Purple and yellow balloons and wearing a tux. So when we choose, and there's different styles here. I'm just going to leave it on none and see what it gives me. I'm going to click generate image. It's going to give you 4 images at a time. If you don't like what it gives you, you can always regenerate again, or you can try modifying your prompt. Okay, but we're just going to see what it gives us. And what's really cool is some of them are like a cartoon, but a lot of them are almost like photo real, right? And it's almost as if you're a photographer who took a picture, like had a real photo session with a bulldog here. It's kind of crazy. And so this is really, Isabel says this all the time. I can't believe I'm using her her verbiage here, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this is really cute. All right. I tease Isabel all the time because she's always saying that whenever she sees something that she likes, she says it's cute. But this really is cute. And so I know I said I wasn't going to go too much into the design part, but this is kind of what you would do. You could choose a color on the background. Basically, whatever you click on is going to highlight, and you have different options here at the top for whatever it is you're selecting. We can come over here to text and add some text to that. Now, I'm not going to modify this text to create a whole invitation, but you can see really quick how you can come up with something that just looks so good, and it's literally completely from scratch using the help of AI and Canva to create something really nice. Okay, let's go back to apps. There's a couple other apps I wanted to show you real fast. Um, we can type in QR, okay, and there's a really cool app in here called QR code. And I don't have a URL off the hand ready to type into here, but I'll just type in youtube.com just as an example, okay? If you were using QR code generator, you'd probably link it to your school webpage or something. Just make sure you copy and paste the URL and you copy it into here. Then you click generate code and see now it's giving me a QR code that's going to take me to YouTube. So you could create these invites, email them out, print them out, and a student could scan and go to the website where they can, register for an event or something like that. So you can see how powerful some of this is. And I just created this here in like 10 seconds, right? This is really cool. Let's go back to apps. Um, we may not have time to go through all of these, but I just encourage you, just scroll through here. There's a ton of different apps you can use. You can put YouTube videos into there. There's an app for Google Drive, right? So you can link it to your Google Drive if you've got cool stuff in there. I know a lot of you teachers like to use the gifs and the animations and stuff like that. There's one for what's the one where I know everyone likes to make their little Bitmoji, I think is what it's called. There's a Bitmoji in here. You do have to link it to your Bitmoji account, but there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. All right. There's a couple more things that I want to show you real fast. Hopefully we have time. I'm going to take us back to the home page. I think everyone can see that, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to go over to, there's this part right here. This is the brand new part I was telling you guys about called Magic Studio. And really what I thought this was going to be at first was like opening up a whole new thing. But they really did this in a way to make it really easy. And but basically what it is, and I just encourage you, we don't have time to go through all of these, but there's a lot of really new features. But basically when you click on these to try them out, what it's going to do is just take you back to the same designer page that we were just on. So really it's not anything per se that's a new part of Canva. It's just incorporating new tools. And this Magic Studio page is just more of kind of like, I guess, like a tutorial page where you can go to learn about how to do it. So you can do text to image, text to video. That's a really cool one. There's this new one called Magic Grab. Magic Expand is really neat. You can take a photograph and kind of like it's kind of like the idea of cropping it, but instead of cropping in, you can expand it and AI will add to the image what wasn't there to begin with. It's really cool. But there was one that I wanted to show you and I basically clicked on it already, so it made a new um, document, or made a new design for me basically. And so I'm just going to go back to, since it already created for me, and this one is the magic right. So I think everyone can see that one now. So basically, in any this will work in any design. So anytime you see text on a design, it doesn't matter what kind of a template it is. It could be a slideshow, it could be for social media, it doesn't matter. Anytime you see text, you can click on that text, and you'll see this purple box that goes around it. You see this little pencil that kind of popped up? That's the magic write tool. So this is a brand new feature, and what I can do is, this is using AI, and it works similar to Chat GPT. There's different algorithms that you can choose from, right? You can choose summarize, which will kind of shorten it, or you could choose continue writing, which will kind of like add to it, kind of just the way Chat GPT does. It'll add to and really kind of write multiple paragraphs for you. It's kind of crazy. Another thing you can do is choose like more fun. So that'll kind of do it more like, the only way I know to describe it is kind of, it'll kind of commercialize it for you. So that's the text isn't as boring. It's more attention grabbing. So that's really cool. So let's just choose continue writing. So you can see it's kind of thinking, it's going to use AI to expand upon that. And so it's really, really interesting, right? It gave me this write up about atoms. Picture atoms as tiny, bustling cities with protons. Okay, so you can see it kind of has this whole write up. All right, let's. You can do Command Z to undo, or you can just choose this arrow here at the top to undo what you've done. Let's go back, and I'm just going to choose um, more fun. Or no, let's do summarize. So what that's going to do, it's supposed to kind of shorten it down, right? So this is more of a summary. And that's what's really cool, is anything that is text, you can use that magic write tool. All right, I'm going to click on the top title here that says try magic write in this design. I'm going to go over to this button at the top. See, it says right here magic switch. I'm gonna do the translate. There's another translate in here as well. So let's choose we have Mandarin in here, or I guess it's Chinese. There we go, Chinese traditional. And we'll do translate. And this is using AI once again to translate. And we can open up that presentation. And once again, it's gonna save that right in our home page. You can see here, it's gonna save that in there so we don't lose the original. And check it out. It creates the same design, but now it's in Chinese. All right. Really cool. So you can imagine the implications of this if this is something that you're creating for students, right? Over here at the top, you see this button called share. Okay. This is really cool. Now, like I said, told you, now on this specific design that we're working on, you can tell it's more landscape. That's because it's a presentation. So anytime you're working with a presentation template, you can choose present, and that will actually allow you to go full screen or presenter view, and you can present that with the class. So that's really cool. But over here on the top corner, you can see it says share. Okay, there's some sharing options. I can't remember, if my mind is blurring all of our Tech Tuesdays together already, but I don't think I've shown you guys how to do this yet. You can click on the download button, and this is where you can choose. And this, keep in mind, this is any kind of template. It doesn't matter if it's a presentation or a social media or whatever kind of a template it is. You can download with all of these different options. Okay, you can download as a PDF, JPEG, PNG, right? And if there's something in your design that is animating or moving, you can actually download that as an animating GIF or GIF, however you want to say it, or even an MP4 video. So it's really, really cool. Just a lot of really great options. Other things you can do is actually share. So you can see there's this little chain link icon. If I click on that, whoops, I'm sorry. I think I clicked on the wrong thing here. Oh, no, I think that was correct. So I'm going to click on view link. And what I can do is actually copy this. I can highlight this URL. And let's say you're not using Google Classroom, you're using some other kind of a platform. You can paste that link into there. So say if it's like a Canvas uh, platform that you're using or something else, you can share out that design where they can view that with that link. Okay. If you are using Google Classroom, there's actually an option for that as well. So I'm going to go down here. I'm still in the share button. I'm just going to choose more. And I'm going to go over here where it says, I can share this also to Google Drive, but in here, you're going to see there's Google Classroom. So as long as you're signed in, you can click continue and check it out. It's bringing up my Google Classroom. I'm not a teacher anymore, so I don't have real classes, but it'll bring up your classes. And so let's say you choose one of your classes, you can make it an assignment, ask a question, or make it an announcement. I won't go through all of that right now. But I just encourage you go through there and check out all of the different ways that you can share that. Another thing that you can do, I think I lost my presentation here. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I think we're back here. Can everybody see that? Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So basically, what I was going to show you is you can go up to the top here. Instead of doing share, you can click this plus, and I can type in someone's email address. So say like Isabel. Choose her, and I can send this to her. It'll send it as an email, but she can open up and we can collaborate um, on the same design. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. As you can see, the implications are pretty much endless if you're a teacher. All right, I think I've kept everyone a little over time. I do apologize. I'm going to go ahead and just close this out. And there's one thing that I do want to. I think this is be the perfect way to close out this session. I'll leave you with this. If you go back to the home page, there's a tab here at the top. I want you guys, this is kind of like your homework, okay? This is specifically for teachers or people in education. They've created this thing called Canva for Education. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here, but I just encourage you go and check out the teacher resources, okay? Inside of here, this is all brand new as well, okay? You can scroll through here. They have an education library. We can click on explore, and this is really cool. They have actual lessons that are pre-made. Once again, they're just like templates where you can change the font, the text. You can add slides, make it your own, and then share it out with your class through Google Classroom, exactly the same way I just showed you as well. We can click through browse lessons, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. You can search through topic or grade and check out all of this cool stuff. Like they've got stuff on life cycles, biology, types of waves, the solar system, the human body. All right, all different kinds, and they're all ready to go. All right, and this one looks like more for the little ones here. But as you can see, before you click use this lesson, it gives you kind of a lesson preview, and a lot of times they'll have even like worksheets and activities built into those. So I just encourage you as educators, go in there, go into the Canva for Education tab at the top, go into the side menu where it's got education under the all of the different templates that you can, because there's just a lot of really great stuff. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Will stick around for a couple of extra moments in case anybody has questions. But once again, I apologize we weren't able to get to everything, but we hope that we were able to provide you with some great information. And we want to thank you once again for joining us. And so thank you all, and we will see you next time.